Hello, and welcome to Reserve Inspirations D&D Live, where my friends and I play Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition sci-fi style for your entertainment. My name is Aaron Benner, and I'm your Galaxy Master. Tonight, like any other, I'm joined by my lovely friends and players, starting at the top right and circling around, with Lauren Richard as Tita, the party's hippie stoner monk, Sarah Doobie as the alcoholic ship captain Emmy Strang, Mike Bridges as Zaxa Zior, the intellectual but arrogant spellcaster, Kayla Adams as the tech whiz and group MacGyver, Zanesi, and Priya Tate playing Minerva, their individualist leader, unknowing of her past. Andy Souza, our resident production manager, keeping our show running smoothly. He is in the backgrounds watching over everything. So feel free to ask him any questions in the chat. He's always happy to answer. And announcements for this week. Watch this show live Mondays, 7:15 to 10:15 on Twitch. This might be changing. We might be switching it to a weekend. We're going to get some feedback and let you know. But if that time doesn't work for you, do not fret. You can always take a peek at our videos on YouTube when they hit on Fridays at 10 a.m. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and leave comments below the videos. We always love that. Appreciate it, of course. And I believe it is now time for some words about our new segment that's coming up, Just the Tips. Lauren and Mike, take it away.
Hey, hon, are we doing anything next Sunday?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, you thought I forgot it was Valentine's Day. I'll have you know, I'm on top of my game this year. I got a little something planned for you. Well, for us, really.
Oh, you do, huh? And what might that be?
Just the Tips, a new video that's coming out.
Ooh, that sounds like it might be fun.
Yeah, the girls showed me the commercial the other day.
Oh, that's so sweet. Wait, what? The girls showed you something called Just the What?
No, it's nothing like that. It's Reserve Inspirations' new monthly segment called Just the Tips. GM Aaron shares tips and tricks to help with role-playing games, get started for GMs and players, homebrew versus adventure modules, player etiquette, and much more.
Now, when you say role-playing and adventures in the same sentence paired with a title like Just the Tips, I gotta be honest, that's not really where my mind was going. But yeah, I definitely want to watch it.
Great!
What time will it be on?
7 p.m. Don't worry, it's only going to be about 30 minutes.
Oh, good. We'll be able to squeeze it in between dinner and dessert?
Oh, we'll be able to get in more than just the tips.
Well, oh, thank you guys. That was fantastic.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
That was great. Just the Tips coming soon. Valentine's Day. And now we actually have some words from Plonk.
Does this thing even work? I don't... Hello? Whatever. Hi, I'm Plonk, and I've got a story to tell you. So, I don't really have much time, so I'll try to make it quick, okay? So I'm a Verdun, essentially a Fey-evolved ancestor from your basic goblin. So after my family tragically perished in a fire that consumed our entire farm, I became a spy for one of the 4 elven families. One day on mission, my cover was blown, and there I stood facing down a firing squad. I took what I thought was going to be my last breath, and right as I heard the click of the crossbow triggers, I was magically whisked away to astral space in a spaceship. I don't know. Sure, the elves have traveled through astral space, but never a Verdun. Well, I was kind of forced to join this reconnaissance group, and our first mission was to gain information on the fluctuating elemental chaos. But instead, I released an all-powerful elemental being, and in doing so, our essences melded together, and I began to form new abilities. Abilities that allow me to summon and manipulate cold energy. I met some new acquaintances and made a new best friend in Tita. Oh, and I discovered this amazing drink called coffee. Coffee! It's terrible on its own, but if you add a ton of sugar, it tastes so good. Trust me. It gives you so much energy, too. So I'm traveling with this new group. I've been collecting really interesting baubles and trinkets, and I have these cool new powers. But as they do, all good things must come to an end. That entity, the one who shares my essence, came for me. Apparently, I have a bigger purpose and must help it contain the elemental threat that ravages our galaxy, or something like that. I don't know. The team did all they could to try and stop it from taking me, but once this creator showed me a vision of the destruction and chaos taking place, I knew that I had to go with it. I knew that I had to help save our galaxy. And that's kind of where I am now. So if you want to know more, check out The Adventures of Plonk, airing Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on Twitch, coming to you March 3rd.
All right. Well, thanks very much for that, Plonk. So everyone keep your eyes out for that. That should be coming pretty soon. It's some exciting news. I think this is pretty much it. I don't know. Does anyone have any other announcements before?
I'm sorry, I got something to say.
Oh, we got all kinds of things. All right. Yeah, let's go for it, Sarah.
Pardon me, I just want to be sure that everybody knows that our most benevolent DM's birthday is tomorrow.
Oh.
So let's not worry about that groundhog. Let's say a happy birthday to Mr. Aaron.
Thank you. And on top of that, I completely jumped over Priya's social media talk and Space Fact as well.
I cannot believe y'all are not worthy of my Space Fact today.
Oh,
but
whoa.
So I'll talk about social media first. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr. Just search up Reserve Inspiration. We should come up. Give us a like and a follow. Keep up with what we're doing. We also have a Discord server. If you would like to join that, come hang out, talk about D&D. The links to that are in our Twitch bios as well as our other social media bios. And today's Space Fact is actually kind of a continuation from last week's Space Fact. So I talked about Proxima Centauri last week, which is the closest star to Earth aside from the sun, and it's part of the Alpha Centauri star system. And I want to talk about that actual star system a little bit more because it's so cool. There are 3 stars in it. Proxima Centauri is one of them, but the other 2, Alpha Centauri A and Alpha Centauri B, are really, really special because they're what's known as binary stars. So they basically both orbit like a center of mass in between them, which means they just orbit each other. And this star system is about 4.3 light years away from us. So if we figure out light speed travel, it won't be that long of a trip if anyone would like to go visit.
That's some exciting news. All right.
I love you so much.
Not my Space Fact. I'm so offended.
Hey, that's on me. 100% my fault. All right. So is that everything we have, everyone? Good to go? Good to move on? Fantastic. All right. So at this point, we'll do a little bit of a recap and then we'll jump right in. So last time on Reserve Inspirations D&D, the party had just finished eliminating an imposing threat deep in the inner sanctum of the Sahag Trench when everyone began to scour the cavern for the artifact in question. Emmy charmed one of the remaining Sahagan, the Sahagan priestess, and had her point them in the right direction. On top of locating the bust of Erdrifenia for their employer, Madame Fairchild, they also found a whole bunch of other treasures, including a spell scroll, a fancy 3-pronged hook-like dart, perfume, a locket, a chest filled with ancient gold coins, a whole bunch of gems, a staff, and a beautiful aqua-tinted sword. After recovering these items, they took them to the surface, but not before Tita opened the scroll case, unleashing a magical curse, making him smell of putrid, rotting fish. Zin and Kubrick went in search of items at the junkyard for Zin's newest invention idea. After a day and a half of searching, they gathered all of the materials she suspected she would need to create a cannon that could temporarily knock out another ship's systems. All materials, that is, but one, arcade dust, the sparkling rainbow dust built into many of the structures and items on Isgard. This isn't going to be cheap. Once back ashore, the party made their way to Madame Fairchild's to collect their pay. For being quite punctual, early in fact, she gives them an additional bonus totaling their reward to 1,200 credits. They made their way back to the lair, expecting to see Kubrick and Zanesi, but instead, looming on the upper level of their cavern, was number 1. And that's what we're picking up today. So, I believe at the moment, Zinn, you and Kubrick are not there yet. You are nearby. You probably left the junkyard already and are landing soon inside your little landing platform. But everyone else, you step out and you see number 1's massive, imposing figure looming over you all, and he just kind of goes and says, Minerva.
I took a stun gun from the Halo ship, and that is out immediately.
Okay, all right. Yeah, he's up the like 15 to 20 feet or so up on top of that ledge, the upper ledge, and you're all kind of below. You're about to start walking up, but when he kind of, stepped over to the edge so you could see him come out of the shadows. And he's just standing there. He's like, I've been waiting for you to return. It's taken you some time, Minerva.
What do you want?
Well, right to business, I see. Appreciate that. I need your help. Again. Noga team. She's been captured by pirates. Githyanki pirates. I barely made it out alive.
And you're asking me why?
Normally I'm too prideful for this, but you're the only one who can find her using your mask.
Well, if you were with her when she was taken, surely you must know where these pirates are, or heading.
I do know a general location, but I don't know where they were heading at the time. They ambushed us, multiple ships, 5, 6, I'm not sure. And of course, our small transport pod that we had left after our other one we left behind doesn't have any guns. We were outmatched. Nothing we could do.
Well, sad story, but I've already got other things I'm doing right now.
You're gonna make this one your number 1 priority.
No.
Yes. And he kind of like steps down onto the next level of the platform.
I still keep the gun aimed at him.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to even wince at that.
No.
I don't. Emmy doesn't like this. Emmy's gonna try and skip on in between them.
But yeah. Go for it.
Under the water. I'm just gonna say, pardon me, everyone. It just seems like this is a conversation perhaps we could have over a friendly drink. Maybe a little less with the stun guns, a little less with the, menacing stare.
I don't see that there's really anything left here to discuss. Your business is not my business.
Is Noga team not your friend?
She was.
She is.
Well, unfortunately, you can't blame me for losing her this time, and I can't clean up your mess. I'm already cleaning up someone else's mess.
Now he kind of looks to you, and he steps down he takes a couple steps down, and not in a menacing way. Like he's kind of. Give me an insight check, Minerva.
Okay, all right, okay, I can do that. Oh my God, 17 plus 3.
Okay, and I would say that Emmy and Tita, you would both also kind of pick up on this. When you can see that as Minerva is standing strong in her resolve to not help, it's almost breaking him down more. Like he knows that this is really his only option, and he seems like he's kind of in that position where you could probably get whatever you wanted to get out of him, or whatever he could give if you helped. So the three of you can kind of get that slight sense that he's pretty much given up hope any other way, like you're his only hope. So yeah, he kind of makes his way down the steps, and he's probably at this point about 15, 20 feet away from you all, and he's just kind of standing there with the mask on, staring into you. His heavy like plate shoulder armor, big fiery beard and hair.
I've got a question for the DM.
Yeah, the DM. DM is here.
Breathe again.
Okay, so the last time I actually used the mask,
Mm-hmm.
and I was able to see that little thread connecting me to the person that I need to find.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything in addition to that I noticed? Like, was there any sort of like, I guess I'm wondering if I had noticed some sort of like pull. Like if that thread is activated, do I have to go to it?
So I would say from your past usage, it doesn't feel necessarily that you need to go with it, but you know that if you don't go with it, the line doesn't continue. You know what I mean? Like the line goes, it follows you with your mask. So if you decide not to follow it, someone else can't follow it. It's not a line that's like a physical line that everyone can see. It's something that you can see. So.
But I know that I know that number one can get an impression of the line as well from the last time I used it around him.
Yeah, he seems to have a sense that he can he knows the direction as it's as you're there with him. He can kind of sense the direction, not necessarily follow it like you can. He can't necessarily see it, but you have a feeling he has some way of kind of sensing it.
Is it from that sense that I get? Is that because he's near me or because he's near the mask which has been activated?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. 14 plus 1, 15.
You think it's more so a connection with the mask than with you.
All right. I'm gonna lower the stun gun. I'm still gonna hold it, but I'm gonna lower it.
As you do this, by the way, Zanesi and Kubrick come in from behind in the far end of this cavern. You see, well, I guess you're engaged at the moment, so I would say maybe Zaxa and whoever else isn't really necessarily paying full attention to this. They kind of out of the corner of their eye can see Kubrick and Zin.
I'm very glad that you knew that I was not paying fully attention to you.
Well, you know. Zin, do you want to say or do anything as you see this transpiring?
I think she's just going to stop for a second and be like, oh.
Her and Kubrick just kind of look at each other like, hey.
You're back earlier than expected.
Well, at least they're safe.
Yes, I did not harm them.
I'm willing to make you a deal, number one.
Funny that you say that because I have a deal for you as well. But I'd be very interested to hear yours.
Well, in honor of my past friendship with Nolgatame, I'll activate the mask for you and I'll let you hold on to it so that you can find her, but I will not be going with you.
We can certainly try, but I don't know that that's going to be very effective.
That's the only thing I'm going to offer. Take it or leave it.
Let me give you my offer.
Okay.
If you and your team help me get Nolgatame back, number one, I'm willing to forgive all past misdeed on both sides and start fresh.
How kind.
He just kind of like looks over to you, Zaxa, and then turns back to Minerva.
Both our teams will have access to this lair at any time. And no, there will be no ill will between one another. 3, you will have access to my father Gurkas's forge. Your commissions will become first priority. And finally, each member of your team that helps in this endeavor can either have a basic magic weapon or armor forged for you, or an existing item upgraded. Each of you is your choice. But I could certainly use your help going into this situation.
Give us a moment to talk.
Very well.
Should we all? I feel like
Yeah,
we
He will step back up the steps and kind of go further off into the shadows, leaving the rest of you, leaving you now as a full group with Tita, Zanesi, Emmy, Minerva, Zaxa, Kubrick, Modi, Diambra, and now one way up at the top.
Wow.
Still up full.
God.
Quite the group. Okay.
a lot of peeps.
Okay.
Well, first off, Diambra, as you pull everyone together, is like, so about me leaving.
You can do whatever you want, Diambra. I know that you answer to a higher power.
Not that I want to leave, but yes, I at some point do have to. I will stay until this is resolved, but I will not be going with you if you do decide to leave. That is for sure. I must go my separate ways.
Understood. So, Zaxa, I think this call is mostly yours.
Well, right now I find myself wondering two things. One, why we never dug that hole. And two,
Why do you look at me when you say that?
you're the one with the digging instrument. And two, why exactly number one is still alive.
That's a good question. But that's not really the question that I need you to answer right now.
Well, do we know where, this is Kubrick, do we know where he needs us to go?
No.
I believe that's what he needs us for.
That's the only reason why he wants us around, because this, she taps her mask, is what's going to find the person he's looking for.
Mm.
But he's not going to settle for me just trying to lend it to him. Or at least it doesn't seem like he is.
Now, Minerva, this is DM to you. Do you remember who went with you to Gurkas's the first time? It was Zaxa, and who else?
Zaxa and Vanessa.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Vanessa, that's right. So Zaxa, you would remember that Minerva attempted to, oh, actually, Minerva, you may not. I don't remember if you did this by yourself or not, but you tried to use another mask. Someone else's mask.
Oh, yes. I do remember that.
Yeah. So Zaxa, you would remember that, you know, from Minerva's experience that someone else can't wear and utilize the powers of the mask themselves. So
At least that one.
that right, at least that one.
From what I saw with your dealings of the other mask, I don't know if he would be able to borrow it.
Well, I mean, I know that other individuals can't use another person's mask, but the thing that's a little special about this one is basically the way that its tracking purposes work is if I focus on a person, I can see a little silver thread leading me in the direction of them. And number one, as well as Diambra, I believe anyone with celestial blood can see a vague impression of it, even if they're not using the mask.
Yes, I could see just a slight, it was very faint, but yes, a slight silvery line if I was close enough to you.
So my hope is that if I activate it, My thinking is that it's more the power of the mask that actually creates that thread instead of the person using it. But the person using it has to activate it. So if I turn it on and give it to him.
But the question I would see is, if you just give it to him, will it continue to work if it's not on you?
I don't know. I'd also have to find a different mask too if I give it to him. But I'm willing to try, because I know that our first mission has always been, and for a while has been, to get to Vidalk to see if we can save any of it. So again, that's why I think this decision mostly falls on Zoxa. It wouldn't be fair otherwise.
Minerva, are you the only one of this group who knows number 1?
Yes. I believe.
Can we trust him?
No, but he's desperate. So I don't.
He won't be desperate once we've found this person.
Yeah, if he keeps his word, which I don't know if that's something I can trust.
If we're going to do this, we need to make sure we have the upper hand at all times.
I mean, he'll be outnumbered.
Well, if you were looking to have the upper hand, Zox, so one good thing is you found a bunch of cool things under the water. Maybe we can figure out what they do and hand them out so that everyone has an additional advantage.
Yes, we can very much do that.
Found some cool things.
And I just want to bring up my additional point with the drink. If anybody's interested.
Hey, it's been a while. I could get a drink.
I'm going to put my hand firmly on Modi's shoulder.
Especially with your strength, too. Just like, oh.
Let's go to the loony bin together.
You just broke his shoulder.
Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Let me give him a...
Stronger than you look.
Try and fix that with some Miyagi magic.
Diambra says, I don't think that's a bad idea. To grab a drink. Since I'm leaving, I wouldn't mind a farewell beverage with everyone.
I mean, Bearden go, I feel like the slimy lump is close. Try and figure out what direction it's in.
It's not the first time she
where
said
you
that.
are. You have no idea. You're like inside of a volcano.
Hey, I didn't say she was smart, okay?
The question is, if we do go get a drink, are we bringing that one? And he points up to one looming shadow.
I think we can figure out the logistics of who's drinking with who after we decide if we're going to take this deal or not.
Well, I'd also like to mention, while you guys were gone, I was doing the research you asked me about, and we need some kind of drill to put on the ship so that we can make it through the ice, and we would have to go somewhere to find that. So even if we don't accept this job, we have another step to do before we can get to Zox's planet.
Do you remember, Zin, do you remember where? I know when we were looking it up, it said something about like the Earth. Was it the Earth asteroids or something?
Hold on, I got notes because I can't remember anything. Asteroids close to the immense belt towards the center. Nope, that's what? I have notes, but I can't read them. Yeah, all I remember were, like you said, nearby asteroids and space stations.
Yeah, I believe if we remember correctly, it was somewhere in the kind of. All right, Minerva, you remember where we were at the center of the elemental chaos, and
Yeah,
that when all that stuff went down. It's like right past that. I think kind of where they do excavation for like gems and precious metals in the earth section.
Okay. All right.
Uh,
Cool.
that's where Zin said that we could probably find drills.
All right. Well, good research, you two. What I'm hearing is there's going to be an extra step either way, but what if we didn't need to go all the way there? And what if, suppose we take this deal that number one proposes, and one of his conditions was having his father, the incredibly talented craftsman, to put all of our commissions to top priority. What if we see if he could make us some sort of drill that could get us through instead of having to go all the way back to the center of the elemental chaos or beyond?
Worth a shot.
This is why Minerva's our leader.
I mean, that's not to say that doing this would be shorter than just going there and coming back. But if there is going to be an extra step, well, it sounds to me like this might be the extra step that gets us a lot of bonuses, because I believe that other magic items were on the table from what he said.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. He pulls his rapier, upgrading this baby. That's like,
Oh,
His face palms, like just.
So,
so
Want to know that we can trust him. So I want two things from him before we agree to this.
he'll probably listen. What is it?
I don't want him to bring his mask
Interesting. Okay.
because the second we save whoever we're saving, he could teleport back here.
Yeah. And then leave us all alone with the pirates.
And second, I want to know his name. If we're going to trust him, we need to know who he is.
Well, it's worth a shot asking him, but are you sure that going off and doing another quest is something that you want to do before trying to get to the dog? Because I know that's been our main objective for a while now.
It sounds like this can help get us there.
Are we all in agreement to go with this deal and help him find Nolgatame?
They're drinking
Us.
bowl?
What?
Just a small bottle of anything? Fill up the flask.
We can drink after.
Drink after. I feel like we could get a drink before we leave.
Oh no, I meant like after this arrangement here that we are making. Yeah.
Well, man, I'll follow you to wherever you want to go. You just let me know.
Everyone else?
I'm with you, woman.
let me just tell you, Minerva, Zin and I have been doing some work on the ship. I can't wait to get it out there.
All right.
And Zin, she's working on. Oh, tell her what you're working on right now.
Okay. So, well, we knew one was going to be here and we knew what he was going to ask of you. So we figured if we did decide to do this, we would need some more weapons on the ship. So I started making a cannon and it can stun other ships and make them inoperable. And I'm so excited.
I give Zin a little like pat on the head. You are a genius, my friend.
Thank you.
Do we need anything else for that, or you got all your stuff?
You said I needed arcade dust.
Arcade dust, yeah.
Yeah. So
TT. No, you can go. Zen.
I have a few more things that I need, but it just shouldn't be too hard to come by.
TT, you've been kind of quiet. What you thinking?
I don't think we can trust him, and I don't like any of it, but I'm gonna pretty much do whatever you want to do. So I guess I'm in.
I mean, I don't trust him and I don't like any of it either, but it could save us a trip going all the way out to find a drill.
Yeah, and Tita, if it makes you feel any better, I got your back.
He just turns away, like Tita just turns away, like just the hugest eye roll ever, like just yep, and then remember they liked each other for 5 minutes. All this time away, he's like, yeah, no, I don't like you again. Yeah, I'm gonna walk over towards Emmy actually and be like, so about that drink.
So we're all in agreement?
I'm gonna hold up my shimmery blue sword and my my weird seaweed staff and be like, let us drink. Just hold up.
I'm gonna turn to Zoxa and I'm gonna say, let's go negotiate those terms you wanted.
All right.
All right, so the two of you head up the stone steps to the upper level. Yes. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Are you all anyone else tagging along, or is it just the two of them?
I'm
Just the
still
two.
doing a dance with it, like excited about having a drink. So yeah. I don't really notice they all walked away.
All right, so the two of you walk up, and yeah, as the two of you kind of get to the upper platform and step onto it there, one kind of turns. He was just staring into the shadows, and he turns and looks at you. And he says,
So, have you come to a decision?
We'll help you, but we have a couple conditions.
Name them.
Just look at Zoxa.
Since your mask can take you back here, you will leave it here. We can also take you back here. You have no need for it, and only an escape route to use it for.
Not that I'm arguing these terms, but keep in mind this mask works once every 7 days. I used it 2 days ago. So unless 5 days go by in the time it takes us to find Nulgatane, it's useless.
Well, we don't know where she is, and it could very well take that long.
Fair. How about instead an amendment? I give my mask to Minerva so that if we need to escape, and it is past the 7 days, we can all escape together.
There's no limit on how many people can benefit from the mask once it's activated?
I can take up to 10, but you must be touching me.
Sarah's face.
I wouldn't mind holding on to your mask then.
Fine.
Very well.
What else?
I would like to know everyone that I'm working with. That includes you. What is your name?
They call me One.
I didn't ask what they call you. What is your name?
And he reaches back and pulls the mask off. And as he does, you see, surprisingly, a very handsome, chiseled face, very dark, ashy gray skin, bright, almost burning, fiery beard with with like wild, like scraggly, fiery hair, and piercing orange eyes. He just hands the mask to Minerva, looks to you, Zaxa, and says, "After my father, my name is Gherkin."
Very well, Gherkin. I wish I could say it was nice to meet you, but I, of course, am Zaxazur. Introductions have been made.
He nods. So, start deciding what you want made for a weapon, or an armor, or an upgrade. Gurkus will need that soon.
Very
Are
well.
we going to tell him ourselves, or is that something you can relay to him?
Either way, I can relay it. I will also make sure that he does not harm your friend, the one who blasted a hole into his foyer wall.
What?
Oh yes, Minerva. The gimpy one.
Hey,
She made a cannon and blasted a hole through his wall.
Zinesi,
Whatever.
the genius, you should be saying.
Zinesi. So I will not let him harm her.
Good.
So when do we leave?
Well, I believe my group has a couple things we need to finish up, but we'll let you know.
Fine. Hopefully tomorrow the earliest or latest.
And he just kind of turns and puts his hand on the bookcase, slides it, and then heads inside the little passage and up the rungs to Gurgus's house.
Oh, I didn't think he'd actually tell me his name. Huh, how about that?
I mean, I also didn't, but then again, I couldn't tell you exactly if he's lying or not.
You guys could have done insight checks. Do you want to do insight check? He didn't have his mask on. It's not like it was difficult to read.
Minerva doesn't care that much.
I mean,
Zaxa,
to
do
be
you care
honest,
enough?
Zaxa doesn't care that much either.
Okay.
Like that one was like he legit did not expect him to actually tell him. He was just like, oh, cool, I got his identity.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so what would you like to do? What is everyone else doing while this conversation's being had between Minerva, Zaxa, and number one?
Where's that slimy lump?
Hey, as soon as they're ready, I'm down. I'm ready to go.
We should.
Oh, even Kubrick's coming. Oh, first round's on Kubrick.
Zin knows. I don't really have much left. I've been working on the ship and whatnot. I would normally say first round on me, but I don't really have the funds for that first round.
Typical.
What do you want from me? I've been getting you guys breakfast every day for weeks, repairing the ship.
I do believe we have not been around for quite a while. I'm not there.
Yeah.
What time of day is it? Because
Oh, it's probably at this point. We're looking at about maybe 4 in the afternoon, 5 in the afternoon, somewhere around there. Zaxa, you would know that it's probably about 5. 5:12 p.m.
5:12. Good.
5:12 and 37 seconds.
38, 39.
Would she know where to get this arcade dust?
I'll make an intelligence check, straight up intelligence.
Okey-doke. Oh man. Now I'm sad.
Oh, now I'm sad.
That was a 7 + 1, so an 8.
Yeah, you know that the only thing you really know, you're not specifically sure where to get it, but you know that it's used to make a lot of the building materials and structures on Isgard, as well as a lot of magical items are infused with it. So you probably think maybe a blacksmith, but no idea. Maybe a builder's guild. Not
Yeah.
sure.
Cool.
Tita, are you doing anything in the meantime?
No, I went to hang out with Emmy because she said she was going to get a drink. So I'm hanging around waiting for a drink. I want nothing to do with the one situation. I'm just going along like majority.
You know,
Oh, I think
my flask is empty.
Zin, I think Modi would come to you and he'd be like, "Hey, Zin, how you feeling?
Better?
Like, I know you're having a tough time recalling things and whatnot. Is everything okay up here?"
It's been better. I mean, it wasn't great for a while, but I got to rest for a bit. So, thinking wise, things are going better.
Oh, that's good. Any feeling in your legs yet, or
Does she?
no?
Nothing yet.
Mm. All right. Well, there are magics that can help with that. Just more advanced than I know. Maybe it's something we can search for.
I mean, I do have this nifty chair. And she kind of just rolls back.
It is a pretty cool chair, I gotta say. Hovering around, and I'm a little jealous. I'm getting old. I could use a good chair like that.
Well,
Hop around.
when your legs give out on you, you know who to call.
I'll keep you in mind, Zin. I'd say at this point, it's probably Minerva and Zox are heading back down to the group as this conversation's being had, and Tita's chilling with Emmy. Kubrick's just standing by himself.
Oh, wait, is where we are where I chiseled into the ground about my little like okay bye thing for Plonk?
No, that's actually up by where One and Minerva and Zoxa were.
All right, fine. No, if it was, I was just gonna go look at it. But if I'm not next to it,
Oh.
forget it.
Yeah, you're down by the area where there's that small hole that Plonk went into and found the oysters with the pearls. That's the level you're on. But yeah, no, the higher up level is further away. Okay, so Minerva, Zoxa, you rejoin the group.
Well, the deal's been made. Everyone go finish up anything you want to do here. We're going to leave no later than tomorrow morning.
Oh, that was quick. I like it.
I mean, well, he's desperate, so.
Well, what do we need to do? I know that you got something pretty nifty there, Emmy. And Modi points to like your staff and your sword and stuff. Those look pretty cool. I say we go get a drink and we take a look at these items.
Good.
I like what this man is saying.
Sounds good. I might skip out on the drink. I have some research I want to do.
Minerva, you need to loosen up sometimes. You need to come out with us.
What do I need to roll to get like Puss in Boots eyes?
All right, you need to roll a persuasion check, please. I'll give you advantage because Modi's helping you.
No, it's okay. I got a 16.
Yeah, he's got half the eyes.
So 25.
25.
Yeah.
Minerva.
I'm gonna go put my regular and my little arm around Minerva and just kind of like.
Okay, I'll go with you. I'll buy the first round, but then I really have to get to the library before it closes.
Oh, that's all right. The first round's on Kubrick.
Kubrick said, "Well, I mean, I just said I don't have I need a new team," and he starts walking off. Okay, so you all head to the slimy lump, was it? Slimy lump. All right. So you make your way down multiple levels through Nidavellir Market and down the mountain Isgard Prime to the sketchy alleyway with flickering green magic lights leading to a door that has seen better days. And Emmy, leading the way to her favorite watering hole, opens the door. You are instantly met with the stale smell of alcohol and probably BO as well. It doesn't help that there is a very awful fishy smell that begins to emanate throughout the building as soon as Tito walks in. And yeah, it's a little rowdy. There's a fight going on, just smashing into tables and whatnot. There is a band playing off to the side, and it looks as though they've kind of etched into. They've got these large turtle-like shells, and one of them is using them as drums, just kind of like beating on these shells. And written, like carved into the shell, it's the name Shell Shockers shows up. And then there's another guy who has a shell who's turned it into like a guitar, and he's kind of playing the guitar. And it's a pretty jovial atmosphere for a dive bar. And yeah, Emmy, I'll let you kind of take over at this point as you bring everyone in.
Right, she's just gonna kind of try and make her way up to the bar. I'm gonna guess that maybe she knows the bartender.
He knows you, yeah. And he's like, "Oh, hey, what's going on, Emmy? You gonna pay up that tab?"
Oh, wait a second. Did we divvy up the money that we got for all that?
Currently, it's Minerva has it all on the chip.
All in due time, my friend. All in due time. I've just come into quite a bit of luxuriousness.
That's a good thing. Most of it's coming my way.
Indeed, sir. And a little bit more of it will come your way if you would be so kind as to pour my friends and I a beverage.
He just rolls his eyes and turns and gets a bottle off the shelf, lines up a bunch of shot glasses, and starts pouring. So what are you getting for us, Emmy?
I don't know.
Good. And he's like, I'm going to try to find a table. And then as he starts to walk around, he goes to this decently large table. He pulls out a chair, and as he does, the two people fighting just smash into the table. He's like, oh, all right, not that one. Turns back around. So I will leave it to all you now at this point.
Have the shots been poured?
All
right, so He walked away, so I'm gonna take two because I'm gonna take mine and his, and I'm just gonna tap and do it, and then I'm gonna walk right towards the where the band is, and I'm just gonna go chill and watch the dude who's
you get over there. There's two Tritons. One of them is doing the bongo drums on the shells, and then you get the other one with the shell guitar, and they're just jamming, having a good old time. Some of the notes and chords are off. You can tell every once in a while, but
no, it's just jazz. It's just jazz.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they don't seem to care. The patrons don't seem to care.
Notes. It's just.
Yeah. So have at it. Discuss what you'd like to discuss.
Minerva's gonna take a shot, and the cool thing about her mask is that the little mouthpiece of it, it'll slide open kind of, so she doesn't have to take it off to eat or drink or anything.
Yep.
So she just takes a shot, kicks it back, and then she's actually gonna go sit over by Zin, who I'm assuming is at the bar with the rest of us. I don't know.
Yeah, wherever. Zin, where are you right now? There's a bunch of interesting characters in here. Some of them look like, they're probably just deadbeats who are, always drunk alcoholics. But then there's other people who look like they might have just come back from a journey, and this is the only place open because it's not rest day or party night. So, they come here. So there's a wide array of characters around.
She probably doesn't really know where to go, so I guess she would hang out by the bar.
Okay, yeah. So you're by the bar where the shots are, Minerva. You can kind of nestle up next to her there.
Yeah. Before I do that, actually, I'm gonna I'm just gonna hand the bartender my chip, and I'm gonna be like, for the round you just poured.
He's like, is this to also wipe out her tab, and points to Emmy?
No, that's her problem.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
He's like, all right, very well. Takes the chip.
We just got paid. Our chip is now overdrawn because we.
All right, how many are you? There's 8 all together, so that's gonna be we'll just say 16 credits.
All right. Let me just mark that down. Okay.
They're good. They're good shots. They're definitely strong. What's up?
Emmy's gonna drink 2 of the shots and then ask the bartender what happened because 2 of these are empty.
Make a sleight of hand check.
He never poured it.
Yeah, make a sleight of hand check to see if he.
I'm gonna do it with his back and turn, paying the bill.
Okay, I'll give you advantage. Go for it. Roll it. Sleight of hand. check
What am I doing?
Sleight of hand with advantage.
Oh, shit. 11.
With advantage? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, he turns. He's doing the chip. Turns back. Then you say, what do you say to him? Emmy, what do you say to him?
These were empty. When you put them down, they're still empty.
He looks at you like, I'm pretty sure I filled them. All of them. I'm just.
Can I
down
see?
the
Maybe
line.
there's something wrong with the bottle. Can I see the bottle for you, sir? I'll just have a look at the bottle.
Make a deception check.
Oh no.
Did not sound
Oh, all right. I rolled pretty bad, but still a 10.
10. Okay. He's like, Emmy. No.
All right.
All right.
He's like, if you've got the credits, I'll pour another round right now, but you got to show me the credits.
I don't have any money yet. I don't know what to do with it.
I would say you have a chip because pretty much everyone, has a chip, but yours is just, I'd say probably withdrawn. What do you think? Like negative 35 credits or something?
Yeah, it's one of those overdraft fee kind of problem. And they're just gonna keep charging me after 7 days anyway.
Oh yeah, it gets ridiculous. It gets ridiculous. I think they're only allowed to charge like for 5 days, and after that, they cut it off. That's it.
Can I try and make
negative $127? It's really. It started out as negative 30, but now we're up over the 150 mark.
way up over the hump? Can I try and convince the bartender that perhaps if I ever should find myself back here again, I will bartend all of that money off?
Make a persuasion check. With disadvantage because he knows how much you lie. Oh yeah.
Yes, he knows.
Oh, you hate me so much. Wait, what is this, persuasion?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So 15. It wasn't that bad.
He rolls his eyes, pours out another line of shots for you guys. He's like, that's it though. No more. And turns around and continues to bartend for other people.
Face.
So Modi, actually, you said Minerva, you said you wanted to talk to Zin.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
I'm just gonna go sit on a stool near Zen. Zen, I found something for you. And she just like reaches into like one of the side pockets like on her backpack that she has. And she pulls out the pink shell that she found underwater. And she just gives it to Zin.
I don't know if you're talking or not, but we can't hear you. Kayla. No, no sound whatsoever. That's odd.
That's rude.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
She just said thanks. I didn't know what to do with it.
That big up thing.
She goes, it's very pretty. Where'd you find it?
Oh, just underwater. I mean, it's pink. Your hair's pink. I thought, okay, you know what? You don't have to.
No. I'll keep it. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah. I did actually have a question for you. I know that you kind of worked on fixing up my mask and stuff a little while ago. Did you know about the magic in it? 'Cause just out of curiosity.
Would she have known?
I will let you decide.
Oh, Lord. I mean, I don't know. I could tell it wasn't, non-magical, but
Right. Gotcha.
I just wasn't able to tell exactly what was not non-magical about it.
No, yeah, that makes sense. I haven't really seen any other kind of magic like this, so that makes sense. Hey, did you want anything from Gurkis? I should I already bought the first round and I said I was gonna leave after that, but I should probably tell him what we all want. Did you want anything?
Well, I already told number one what I wanted. There was, he showed up when you guys weren't here, so stuff kind of went down.
Yeah, I heard you blew up the door to his dad's shop.
Was not my brightest moment, I will admit.
I mean, hey, if it got the job done.
Yeah, but I almost died, so it's
Well, you didn't. But okay, so if you're all set then, I'll just go find out what everyone else wants. See you later. And she stands up and just leaves.
All right. Now, when you say leaves, do you mean like leave the bar or leave the table?
No, leave the table. She's gonna go ask everyone else what they want from Gurkis.
All right. Who do you go to next?
Tita.
Okay. As you make your way over to where Tita is, Tita, what are you doing right now? You're just chilling with the band.
Coming my way because what Tita is doing is, so you said that they were like beating on shells and stuff.
Yeah, like bongo shells.
I took those 2 shots immediately, right? Because I did mine and Modi's. Then I went over to the band/stage area. And I think I probably was maybe giving the drummer like the eye, like, yo, either let me in on that or like, and he was definitely giving me the no. And then, and so then Tita being Tita, I tried to kind of slide in so he could drum on me because I'm like, well, I've got a shell. You can, except it's Tita. So as Minerva's walking over, I'm probably like sliding into I mean, I don't know. I could be knocking things over. It could go swimmingly. I have no idea, but that's what he wants to do. He wants to just slide in and.
I would like for you.
The drums.
Yeah.
I would like for you to give either a persuasion roll or a sleight of hand roll, your choice, to like maneuver your way in kind of stealthily,
Sleight of
or to
body.
just be like, hey, let me show, kind of either your choice how you want to proceed with that.
What were my options?
Sleight of hand or persuasion?
Well, my persuasion is 0, so we're not going to go with that. So I will sleight of hand it, I guess. 18, 20, not natural.
Yeah. So you kind of just like slide yourself in there, and all of a sudden you feel on your back like a.
Yes.
And you can see as you kind of like look up at him, you can kind of see like it's almost like the sound is it's making a different pitch sound to him, but he's just like so stoned that he's not really paying attention, just kind of. And Minerva, as you are heading up to Tita, Diambra kind of swings out of nowhere, swings around the corner out of nowhere and kind of hooks one arm with yours, and she's like, and we're gonna arm wrestle, and she kind of slams you down into a chair.
I'm trying to go. I was gonna go talk to Tita.
Yeah, now you're gonna arm wrestle me.
Fine.
Wow, that was easy. All
right. So the two of you sit down. You get into position. She gets ready there. We're gonna do straight up just strength checks. All right. That's what she's got for a bonus. All right. So here we go. So first things first. First strength check.
17 plus 1.
Natural 20 plus 3. Almost immediately, she gets you almost like you are barely hanging on, like your arm is just like at the level, like, trying to hang in there. So let's go again.
Have you proven your point yet?
Like, I haven't gotten you all the way down. Ooh.
16 total.
Yeah, this time you get her almost back up to the middle, and she's trying to bring you back down. Ooh.
Yeah, no, that's a 4.
22, back in the same position. She gets you almost, and you're like, you're trying to put all your strength into holding on. Let's go again.
All right. Ooh. 19.
Ooh, oh my God. You don't give up. You keep going, and you get her back into that same position. She got a 9 in total. She's like, if you win, I'm buying the next round. And she continues to go. Make another roll. Oh.
9.
That is a 7. So you kind of stay all pretty much even, but you kind of get it back up to the middle almost. So it's like neck and neck. Yeah.
Oh! Don't even, not 20.
At 20. Yeah, you went right, just like she did, going from right in the center down to you're almost beating her. She's like barely hanging, and she's like, oh, you're turning the tides.
19.
6. Poof, you get her at the last second. She's like, well, looks like I need to work on that. And she's like, barkeep, round on me.
Much appreciated.
She kind of like hits you in the shoulder. I'm gonna miss you. It's been nice seeing you for this period of time.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. Maybe you can find a way to stay in contact somehow once you're out there.
I will do my best. I usually have the ear of the gods on my side, so I might be able to get a message to you one way or another.
I mean, I think I'd prefer a letter as opposed to any sort of godly vision in my head, but whatever you got to do.
That's fair. Oh, have you heard anything from Azazel lately?
Have the shots come over yet?
Yes, they have. As you're having this conversation, shots end up coming over. Yep.
Yeah, no, she just takes the shot and she's like, no, gotta go talk to Tita now.
All right. Come see me before you go, though.
I will.
Because if you leave, you're probably not going to see me again.
All right.
For a while, at least. And then, you get up and head over to Tita. On your way there, is anyone else doing anything? Zoxa, what are you doing?
Standing at the door, not having drinks.
Okay. Emmy, what are you doing?
I want to ask Zoxa to dance.
Ooh, Okay, so yeah, Emmy. At this point, you've had maybe a drink or two. You obviously have a high tolerance, but you're getting like you're getting like in that fun tipsy mode. Yeah, 3 drinks at this point. You just see Zaxa over by the door, scowl on his face, looking super uncomfortable. Have at it.
All right, I'm gonna shimmy up. I'm just gonna straight up ask him, may I have this dance?
He's gonna pull one of those like, are you talking to me?
You know it.
No.
Come on, we're all having some fun. I really don't think it'll kill you. I don't think.
Certainly won't help me.
How do you know that? Figure it as a social experiment.
Oh.
I think all of my experimentation can be done at a distance.
Okay, we can leave room for the Holy Ghost. I'm gonna try and get him to come with me without touching him.
I don't know. What do you think, Zaxa? Do you think a good persuasion check might get you to get out there, or is this an absolute no for you?
If it's a hard no, then I'm gonna go ask Modi. But
I just don't know if
roll.
like,
Why don't you roll for it? Why don't you roll
all right,
for it?
let's roll. Let's roll. Let's see.
but
No.
No.
I needed
Zaxa's
a high
not
roll. It was not a high roll. He's not gonna go.
nothing.
I think someone else would be better suited for that experiment.
And Emmy, as you turn around to kind of walk away, you see Kubrick like.
I'm gonna take a second and go.
Amazing.
And then move on up over to Kubrick and just be like, yeah.
Yeah, he'll go dance with you on the dance floor, sure. I kind of want to do a performance check for Kubrick's dance skills. Just think the whitest guy ever on the dance floor. That's all you need to think. Super white guy dancing.
That my dexterity is so low that whatever he's doing is probably a lot fancier than whatever.
That's fair. That's fair. You do have a very poor dexterity.
Yes. She's
This is not
probably
bad.
gonna be really weird and try and grab his hat and put it on her head.
Oh, yeah. All right. Too bad I don't have one for you there. There you go.
But will it catch on fire? Because we're not underwater anymore.
Hopefully.
That is a decision I will allow you to make because you can kind of control the flame. Think Hades from Disney's Hercules. He can kind of control whether it actually burns someone or not. That's kind of what your hair can do. So it's up to you. If you're inebriated and not paying attention and put the hat on your head while the flame's going, then hey, man, it burns. But
I think we should just leave that up to chance. I don't think she's gonna know right now.
all right.
But burn his hat entirely. I think we all need to know that.
Yeah, oh yeah, just a little bit, a little singed. He doesn't notice. He's drunk. Whatever. All right. So
Yeah, I'm surprised you're dancing with me.
So you're dancing. Modi will make his way up. He's having a couple shots. He'll come kind of group dance with you guys. And then, yeah, Minerva, you head on over to Tita.
Do I see her coming?
Yeah. Well, actually, no, you're probably, oh no, you'd be facing her because your back is the drums. Yeah, so you definitely,
so then I feel like I would see her coming and be like so pumped that I'm like, are you getting this? Like that's the the thing is like.
She just gives you like a Hey, Tita, do you want any weapons, armor? I'm gonna go talk to the scary shop guy.
Yeah.
What you want?
I don't know.
Okay.
How long do I have to think about it?
You know what? I will give you a few minutes, and then I go over to Modi and Emmy and Kubrick.
All right.
And I
would say for the sake of time, if you're going to pop around to each person, if each of you would like to let Minerva know if you have an item that you currently have on your person that is not magical that you would like upgraded to be magical, that can be done. Or a new item can be created for you that is either a weapon or armor. Your choice.
Except not really for me though, right? I can't have armor.
No, something you could do is you could take your pickaxe and have that enchanted to be a +1. Something along those lines. Your choice.
Can I request like a armored dress
Yeah.
for Emmy?
Whatever.
She doesn't really wear like that much clothes. But
Wait,
yeah, do you, well,
armored?
you as a bard, you're allowed to wear what? Light, possibly medium armor? I'm not sure if you can wear medium, but you could get some type of whatever you're proficient in.
Because my armor class is 11. So
yeah.
anything to get my armor class. But although it doesn't really matter, I get hit and it doesn't make a big deal. But
well, we'll see what happens in the future.
Must be nice.
All right, so yeah, let's bounce around real quick. Emmy,
does it have to be a weapon or armor, or can it be any type of magical item?
Gurkus is a blacksmith, so it's got to be something within his purview.
Well, that's poop.
Boo! No bongs.
So like even
No
leather,
aisle.
even if it's like a leather armor, that's a stretch because that's more of like what, like a tanner or something like that would be doing, or like a something along those lines for leather. It'd have to be something metallic that or like I said, he can have
Fine, I want brass
something
knuckles.
you already have enchanted. Brass knuckles, yes, okay. All right, so brass knuckles. Are you keeping track of this, Minerva?
Yeah, I got it.
Brass knuckles for both fists. All right.
Armor dress, yes or no?
Well, she's getting one thing, so if it's the knuckles, then it's the knuckles.
All right.
Saxo, what are you getting?
Oh, I don't know.
Can I get those little like wristy guard things?
What, like bracers?
Kinda, yeah.
Gauntlets.
Yeah.
Gauntlets, bracers,
No,
yeah.
Can I or no?
Well, do you want gauntlets that'll do more damage, or do you want bracers that'll give you more armor?
Bracers are just here, like a gauntlet would be.
Gauntlet would be kind of here, but yeah, it wouldn't really give the gauntlet. I would say probably wouldn't give you too much defense. It's more of like, you know, if you're punching with it, which Tita is.
Yeah, no, I think I would want more the offense than the defense.
Okay, so we're looking for some gauntlets for some extra damage.
Question though, can I get them for all 4 of my arms?
That's a big commission. I would say to start off, you're the first, like just 2 for your main arms, and then you could potentially get more later on.
Well, then I don't know if I want that.
Well, think about it then, and ask Zin next.
What?
So Zin, let Minerva know what you want.
Oh wait, didn't you say that you already told
Yeah.
Gurkus what you want?
I'm already getting some armor, so I don't know if she really needs anything
Oh,
else.
so yeah, +1 armor, I think is what you're getting.
I mean, she could make herself something if she really wants it, so.
Yeah. Well, keep in mind, Zin, as well, you have the ability to infuse a non-magical piece of armor to give it a +1 bonus. So you could do that already.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily need that. If there was a weapon or something else that you can think of, you could also do that too. So your choice.
Ooh, could I get like little Wolverine things to go over my pincers?
Wolverine claws. Could be something like that. Kind of like Shredder's from Ninja Turtles gauntlet thing.
Are they retractable?
We'll see. We'll see how good Gurkus is. Apparently, he's one of the best. So could be retractable. We'll see. We'll see. Retractable slicing gauntlets. Okay.
I can't decide.
Priya, I will email you or text you later what Modi and Kubrick would want. Kubrick's going to just want his rapier upgraded.
Okay.
Modi, he doesn't really use a weapon. He could get his armor upgraded. Give him a
Okay.
+1 to that. That should be fine.
Awesome. And then
Zaxa?
Zaxa has neither weapons nor armor, so there's not many things of use he can get from a blacksmith.
Well, I will point out that Tita has that lovely robe set for you, which could be upgraded.
Oh, I know. Which could be upgraded?
Sure.
He's a blacksmith. He can upgrade robes?
Well, because it's a pre-made item. He just has to enchant it. It's an
So
item you
he's also an
already have.
enchanter.
Well, you don't know that, but someone he knows is, at the very least.
Oh, well, that changes
Someone
things.
maybe you haven't met yet.
Well, since I do not have those robes,
Yeah. Okay.
of things that Zaxa has, there is nothing to upgrade or make that he could need.
Okay. So, what did you decide on, Tita?
No.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what she said. No,
I said,
maybe.
I don't know. That's what I said.
Oh, all we heard was no.
No, absolutely not.
I don't know. It's pizza. I wanted him to pick something stupid. Like, can he enchant that like tarnished silver cup I found at the bottom?
If you want to, sure.
That'd be so silly.
+1 drinking.
Yeah.
Who are you still waiting on, Minerva?
Just Tita.
Just Tita.
Zox is not getting anything.
Oh.
Okay.
In the meantime,
I should be able to get the things for both sets of my arms.
What were you gonna say, Emmy?
I was gonna say that Emmy would like maybe to show her things to Modi and or Zaxa and see if they know what they are.
Oh, all of the items, yes. So I think what we'll do is we're actually going to take a quick break and then come back, and you can have the items identified and whatnot. Especially since Zox is just sitting by the door doing nothing with his arms crossed. If he's not going to enjoy the libations, then he's going to do something.
Tell me what I have.
Oh, he doesn't enjoy anything.
No. All right, so everyone, go ahead. What were you saying? Oh, you're good. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Enjoy our bio things, and yeah, we will see you very shortly to get back to this fun adventure.
All right, a lot's happened, but I don't want to talk about it more than I have to. Here's all I have to report. After accidentally releasing the entity from the center of the elemental chaos, my crew and I traveled to the planet Isgard to make some repairs on our ship. Isgard used to be my home before I lived on the Halo ship with the Spite team, a tactical team of 6 Asimar created by the angelic solar of knowledge, Azaziel. So setting foot on Isgard felt like a much-needed return at first. Of course, it wasn't too long before I ran into trouble. As some of my allies have surely been able to figure out by now, I have a memory issue, to put it lightly. On Isgard, I encountered someone who claimed to recognize me, and what were his words? "I'll kill you if I ever see you again?" Something like that. I had no idea who this person was, but he wore a mask very similar to mine, and he was very, very angry. Turns out he was called Number 1, and was the leader of an organization known as the Obsidian Order. I apparently used to serve this order, going by the designation Number 6. I'm glad I chose a better name for myself once I woke up. Anyway, despite Number 1 threatening to end my life should he see me again, I allowed myself to be captured by the Order with the intent of deceiving them and rescuing another one of my allies they had wrongfully captured. Little did I know that my own crew was mounting their own rescue mission for me. And I supposed it all worked out in the end. A ship with my own crew caught up to the ship I was on with the Obsidian Order just as we all came to the wreckage of a third ship. Unfortunately, it was one I recognized, the Halo ship with my former Spite team. It had been torn apart by a gargantuan earth elemental. A few of my teammates, well, I'm not sure if I even could have protected them if I was there. I did find one of my teammates alive and awake, though, Nolgatame. Apparently, she used to work for the Obsidian Order too, under the name Number 4. Violent, angry, a drunk for power, Number 1 was relentless in finding her. I got to Nolgatame first, but I still couldn't stop her from joining him. She was very important to him, and he was able to restore her memories. All that time I knew her on the Halo ship, I hadn't even known her memories were gone too. A fight ensued. Number 1 deemed me more a nuisance than an ally, and tried to make good on his word of killing me. Now, I may be the one who's not able to remember much, but clearly he forgot how much of a fight I can give. He ran away in the end. Teleported away, actually, with with Number 4 by his side. I have no idea where either of them are now, but I convinced one of Number 1's allies to abandon him and join me, and my crew killed the rest of his order in their endeavor to rescue me. So, if I do cross paths with Number 1 again, well, I just hope it's not soon. But anyway, 1 and 4 retreated. My crew had found me, and the Halo ship was in pieces. Olve was dead. Onlum was dead. Zanesi was close to being dead when I found her, but we managed to get her to safety. I thought that Modi was dead for quite a while too, but turns out he wasn't on the Halo when it got attacked. He was able to regroup with all of us on Isgard, and I have to admit that having him and Zin around has been a light in a dark void. But, everything else is so dark. Plonk is no longer with our crew. She's not dead, but the entity that emerged from the elemental chaos came for her. Tita and I tried to stop it, but whatever that thing is, it's a kind of power I can't contend with. Yet. I can only hope that Plonk is okay wherever in the galaxy she is. Her departure weighs on me. I can't help but feel like I often fail to protect people important to me, or, at the very least, people I'm charged with. Some leader I am. I can't imagine what in the hells Azaziel was thinking when he made me the captain of my own crew. And speaking of, Azaziel seems to have gotten himself into some trouble as well, if the gruesome vision of him in my dream held any truth anyway. But I don't know how to feel, because now I have reason to believe that he took my memories. That is all I have to report.
First entry off Verdalk. My life was saved today. I was teleported out of a poisonous coffin onto a ship. The ship works off the elves' magic, but it's also technologically superior to anything on Verdalk. I found a book at the excavation site, as well as an interesting bag. I believe they are both magical. More research is needed. I'm to go with these new humanoids I've never seen before. We're supposed to stop something from happening? For once, I don't know what's going on. Entry 2. The others I've been traveling with are, well, useful in their own ways. 2 fighting types and a small thief. Good for protection, I suppose. I have discovered that the book I found is a spell book. The text is difficult to decipher, but I've been fairly successful. Entry 3. We failed. The elemental chaos we were sent to protect was destroyed, and an entity of energy burst forth from it. I am unsure of what this means, but I saw the impossible depths begin to freeze over. I fear the worst. Entry 6. We've made it to Isgard. We need to get a job, to get credits, to get our ship fixed. Such things are beneath me. There are Tritons here. They might be able to tell me about the state of Vidalk. I'm must travel to Muspelheim, a city under the water. Entry 10. Minerva has sacrificed herself for our safe passage. Those mercenaries took her to their hideout. I don't think they know who they're dealing with, the fools. We know where they are, and we know how to hit them. I'm starting to enjoy these frivolous battles. Entry 15. We are returning to Isgard, having successfully retrieved Minerva, as well as gaining a few new allies. Captain Strang, Zinesi, and another Vidalkin, Vunisa. At this point, I've taken a life, but I've also saved Kubrick. Perhaps I should leave the heroics to the fighters. Entry 20. Now Plonk has been taken by the same entity that we released. This group's failures are outweighing the successes. I can no longer trust Minerva or Tita to protect me. I must learn more from my book. The progress is slow, but it seems more reliable.
So, what am I supposed to be doing again? Oh, right. Updating you about what I've been up to or whatever? Honestly, Green, a lot's been going on. I mean, I know I told you about my family already, and how I have my great-granddad T-Sip's pickaxe with me, cause I used to be an excavator back on Pandemonium. Yeah, I say used to, cause I don't know if I'll ever do that again. Been zipping around, actually, I don't even know where with this crew. Speaking of the group, they're fine, I guess. Not sure what I'm gonna do now, though, that Plonk is gone. She was my sidekick, you know? Used to carry her around everywhere with me. I mean, she was actually pretty frail and small. We got into so much trouble. Like that time we were messing around in the escape pod and then actually detached from the ship. Totally wild. Good thing I played that stellar video game so much, cause I feel like it kinda trained me how to fly that thing. Another thing that's far out is this totally hot girl I met. And by hot, I mean she was literally made of fire. So fro and sexy, Green. Totally burned me though. We messed around a few times and then she just took off on a stolen ship. Guess that's why her name's Bernadette. So, I know you know I love smoking moss and making bongs. Damn, come to think of it, I've broken 2 already since I've been here, Green. Lost Genevieve early. Rest in peace, Jenny. And Riz, oh, so stellar. Rizzoli, our time was cut so short, girl. Too short. Speaking of moss, I almost forgot. I got a little daring and bought this, other stuff. A spray. Totally crazier trip, Green. We were out at this nightclub. Got this totally stellar vest to wear. I look fresh as Frel in it. Wait, what was I talking about? Anyway, who knows? We're gonna get caught up in something next. Whatever that is. I think we're going to Zox's planet soon. He's pretty sure it's frozen over. Dread like that is happening everywhere, Green. I heard some planetary news report that Pandemonium is under siege. Thrice and Floors fighting over surface territories? Sounds crazy to me, Green.
Hey there, my name's Zinesi, Zin for short if that's what you prefer. I'm what you might call an inventor of sorts. My vast knowledge surrounding magical technology allows me to design and create new items that can help make everyone's lives a little easier. One of my more known devices is the Universal Winged Utilizer. Perhaps you heard of it. Anyway, I'm from a smithing guild in Brightwater, namely the Marketplace Eternal. I'm not much for the whole buying and selling of things, so my purpose was mostly just to make what was being sold. I also enjoyed sneaking into the back rooms of shops and observing what others were making. When I wasn't doing that, I was busy making inventions of my own. I think one of my favorites is definitely the gravity neutralizer. I've been inventing for as long as I can remember. Countless hours at the library poring over books about alchemy, welding, circuits, enchantments, anything I could get my hands on. When I wasn't in the library, I was sitting at my pa's workbench and tinkering with my new inventions and tweaking blueprints. I still remember my first invention. Long hours of editing and finalizing blueprints, testing prototypes, and eventually fixing prototypes. So thrilling. I guess that's what got Guild interested in me to start. Been working for them for a little while now. My spike team was pretty solid. Now, after what happened with the Halo ship and all the loss that came with it, things have been turned upside down for me. I've joined Minerva and her crew for a bit, and Kubrick's been helping me keep my mind busy. With everything as confusing as it is, I only wish that I was able to think the way I could before all this happened. Maybe then I'd be able to wrap my head around it a bit better.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is with great humility that I come to you to beg forgiveness for the wake of damage
Miss Strang, I'm simply interviewing you.
What's that now?
This isn't the court, which, by the way, you are doing next week. So, Captain Strang, tell me how you got where you are currently.
Oh, that business. Well, that's a horse of a different color. Let's see now, where to begin? Oh, yes. What am I doing here with these folks? Well, I can't help but be attracted to the miasma of chaos, which is why this current band of jolly travel buddies piqued my interest. I suppose I just gravitate to the crazy, so to speak. Ever since I was a young lady, I had a thirst for entertainment, seeing it, being it, which certainly kept things interesting. My mother loved my imagination, my charisma. May she rest in peace, that darling, loving soul. My father, on the other hand, well, let's just say that he didn't share my love for the theater. Young ladies are not meant to be heard, they're meant to be admired. Gross. Being preened to fit into high society was a real awakening. My father looked so proud every time I would perform like the young debutante he expected. Yet I found the whole dog and pony show to be tired and antiquated. So I went to college, expanded my horizons, met my match, my aquatic equal. Classic story, really. We meet, we fall in love, we make grand plans together, and alas, duty and status destroy your hopes and dreams. She was the very beginning and end of my taking anything seriously. But I digress. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger and all that garbage. My father gifted me a ship when I was of age, and I set out for the great unknown. I grew up, grew out, and lost my way. As my reputation precedes me, I'll tend to be known as one who indulges in liquid courage as a means to an evening's end. If I can't be truly happy, then why not forget the whole day entirely? Nobody wants to get close to the drunk clown. It gets dark sometimes. Lonely. And then, lo and behold, I happen upon these creatures, thrown together by circumstance, bound by honor to protect one another. I admire their connection. I crave it. So to be concise, I find myself following these folks like a shadow because, well, I like them. It is a great benefit of life to be able to choose a family. Can only hope I don't drop a turd in the punch bowl.
And welcome back. Thanks so much for sticking with us at this late hour of 8. Don't lies, it's 9. Let's get back into it. We are currently at the bar, and the slimy lump, as it would be. And yeah, everyone is kind of having some fun. Zox is the only one who's not. We had a little bit of an arm wrestle. We had some dancing. We had some bongo drums on the back of Tita's shell, his carapace. And now Minerva is going around from person to person, figuring out what magic item they would like created or upgraded by Gurkus. So I believe we got everyone except Zoxa, who didn't want anything, and Tita, who was trying to decide between like 7 different items. Tita, have you decided which item you would like made?
I have. And so I was thinking it might be cool if I had this like unbreakable pipe, because glass doesn't seem to be working out so well. So maybe the metal will be better.
Yeah, if Gurkus can do it, you'll have it.
Yes. I'm going to do a big arm, little arm.
All right, very good. So Minerva, you finally have the list.
Yeah. I wanna say goodbye to Diambra before I go.
Sure. So you head over and she's like, oh, and you can see that she's a little tipsy at this point. She's like, well, Minerva, it looks like this is it, huh?
I guess so. Until next time.
It's been a pleasure. And she does the arm handshake type situation.
Yeah, I'll do that, but then I'll hug her.
Yeah. She'll give you the hug back, and she says, and I will try to get my way, try to make my way back here to Isgard at some point, and we'll see if
I don't even know when I'm gonna be back on Isgard, but stay safe.
Emmy, yes, you are muted, but if you'd like to say something, you can.
I didn't even make a noise, but I was muted. But Emmy, if she's noticing somebody's leaving, she must hug them.
Yes. Minerva, looks like Minerva is leaving. Now, Zin, I didn't know, did you want to head out with, you see Minerva leaving, do you want to head out with her if you wanted to do,
Yeah.
get that dust?
Yeah. She'll just
Okay.
kind of roll up and be like, I'm not really feeling it. I got some stuff to do. You mind if I tag along?
Oh, yeah. Sure, by all means.
Right, yeah, Emmy, as you're dancing with Modi and Kubrick's got like the, the going on. You see Minerva and Zin making their way to the door, and you just saw Minerva kind of give Diambra a hug and then start to head away.
I simply can't let anyone slip away without I'm gonna do a really weird electric slide move.
Okay, yeah. Give me just for shits and giggles, give me a performance check.
Okay. 5.
Yes. So those of you noticing Emmy at the moment, she thinks she's doing this really sly, electric slide over to where Minerva and Zin are. But really, go ahead if you want to describe how fantastic you look going over there, by all means.
Oh no, it's wonderful. There's a whole. It's kind of like if you ever watch Seinfeld when Elaine dances. And just moving around, and I don't really know what I'm
kicking, doing. Thumbs up, very jerky.
It looks what it looks like
on the way by.
What it looks like is you started to take tips from Kubrick, and you've kind of adapted a little bit of his dance style. Yeah.
Oh, tragic.
I should have known.
Yeah, Minerva is in. You see Emmy playfully dancing her way over to you, and just there's no coordination whatsoever, just making her way,
but very, very wantingly. She's moving her arms at you like she needs
Emmy.
God, I feel like we gotta let her do it. It's like watching
what's going on, Emmy?
Let it happen. It's okay.
All right, so hugs befall you.
Oh, Minerva she'll freeze up and she'll be like, oh.
I'm just gonna be like, shh.
Zin will hug back, but it will be kind of awkward because you have to lean down. So she'll just give you a little pat, and then.
All of this is as if I was really, really drunk, but trying to hug a puppy. Just smooshing my face into you and just telling you, shh, it's okay.
Well, don't worry, Emmy. We'll be back later.
Back like my ship?
Yep.
No.
No. No.
I'm just gonna give the saddest little
back for real, Emmy.
Really real?
For really real.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna like turn her around and I'm just gonna like guide her back. Go have fun. Go have fun.
Yeah, you see Modi and Kubrick waving and like, hey, come on back over. Tita, are you still being a bongo drum right now?
No, I'm up dancing. I
Have you joined Emmy, Kubrick, and Modi on the dance floor?
I'm gonna yes, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be the furthest away from Kubrick possible, but still part of the group dancing. Cause I'm gonna walk over and be like, yeah, and then see him and be like, ugh, like I forgot that you were here. And then I'm gonna like and then I'm gonna slink over to, yeah, like I wanna be by Emmy, but I don't wanna be by Kubrick.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of make like a a square almost.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're next to Emmy and Modi, but then Kubrick's now directly across from you though.
I know that might be worse.
It might be worse. Yeah, you just get that direct, like he's got his like dancing.
Nothing but finger guns.
the whole time. The whole time it's just finger guns. Jesus.
Yep. All right. So I feel like Minerva and Zin head out.
When we get to the door, I want to stop at Zoxa.
You don't have to stop at Zoxa because when you get to the door, Zoxa stops you just to go, get me out of here before Emmy comes back over.
Yeah, I was going to ask. You look...
Can I lock eyes at just that moment? Because I heard...
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like open the door and just like push him. Go.
Fantastic. So the three of you end up exiting. Everyone else continues their fun time at the bar. Are there any final things that the bar goers would like to do before we move on to what these folks are headed to do? Yes, Emmy.
Emmy would definitely like to see what kind of supplies she can accommodate herself with at this bar.
Oh yes. Yeah, so you head over and it's your bartender friend, and he's there, the little Triton fella. He kind of looks over as you approach and he's like, hey Emmy, looks like you've had a little bit to drink this evening, huh? You'll stumble.
I'll say I've had my my fair share this evening, sir, but I will ask you what to do on another day. And then I'm gonna reach into my pocket and I'm gonna pull out whatever gold pieces that I got.
Yep.
From down under.
Oh yeah, from the chest, right? Under in the spoils.
Yeah, just the one handful. I didn't want to be rude, but I did grab a big old fat handful.
That's right.
And I'm gonna put that down and I'm gonna say, what does this get me in a to-go situation?
Kind of like, well, let me see. And he kind of picks up a couple of them and he's looking at them and he's like, I've never seen anything like this.
I know, but the coins, not me, the coins.
Oh, Emmy. Yeah, well, I think, now I would say there's probably about, this is DM at this point, I'd say there's probably about 15, 16 coins there that you kind of toss down on the table. And he'll kind of look at him. He's like, I could give you a little something for these. Let's say you give me all these, I'll wipe your tab, and I'll give you this bottle. And he gives you a full bottle of some type of brown liquor, which you would assume is some type of whiskey, since, that's one of the usuals here.
I trust him, but only about 80%. So I'm going to take the bottle and I'm going to open it and I'm going to smell it.
Oh, it's good stuff.
How do I feel about it?
The good stuff. Oh yeah, no,
and
this
I believe that'll do.
These are interesting. I think it's worth that.
I'm sure this won't be the last time we see each other, my friend.
Oh, I am sure it won't be. And he just turns, continues like washing some glasses.
Like wherever I fit that.
All right. Anything else that would like to be completed in the bar? Tita, Anything you want to do? Your final things? You're dancing, having a great time.
Yeah, I'm dancing. I'm having a great time. I'm deciding if I want to do some drugs or not. It's really I'm trying to like gauge the I guess like maybe I would look at Emmy. Obviously the other two, screw that. So I'm gonna maybe give Emmy a look and just I'm gonna give like a read of like her mood if she would be. Maybe I will make some sort of motion to the pouch area to be kind of like, are we going? Are we staying for a little bit? Like that's just all.
Emmy, what's your response?
Is there a place that we can go? Like, I'm not trying to just be like out in the middle of the dance floor. So like, is
do I know the bartender's name?
Yeah, it's Regis.
Yeah, we just need a place so we can go use my little spritzer and then my little sprayer thing. And then
You're gonna use the
yep.
The what was the holographic something?
My little hallucination.
Hallucinogen, yeah. Hallucinatabs or whatever, this hallucina spray.
Oh, I forgot I had those. Oh. Oh, well then forget it. We'll just do the hallucinatabs right on the. I'll just
There you go.
Another shot and then we'll be good.
The blinking green lights of the tavern also, they start to blink faster and more excitedly. And even though nothing changes in actuality for the two of you on this crazy drug, it gets pretty intense. Remind me, Tita, the thing that you're taking right now, is that the one that you roll on or no?
I
think it's the spray that you roll on.
No, I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure it's the spray.
So similar. No, I don't think the spray. I thought it was the tabs.
No, you guys can roll. It's a D4, right?
I've only taken one tab before. I've done 2 of the sprays, but I've only taken 1 tab before.
I don't remember how many times we've done it, but yeah, if Emmy, you partake, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Let me just pop into my notes. It's been a while. Let me see what I've got here. Hallucinatabs. Oh, it's actually a D6. So both of you would roll a D6.
6.
6. Yo.
Are you serious? Are you both serious?
Yeah.
6? Okay.
I would bring the laptop over to it.
I know. Do you want to see mine?
No, listen, I trust you. Now with the 6, as you're all like jamming on the dance floor, and it's kind of, now that you've taken these tabs and the lights have kind of begin to warp around you and whatnot, you almost get this more relaxed state, but you're still having fun, you're still dancing, and your vision, both of you at the same time, your eyes just go very, like the pupils just dilate like crazy, and the lights begin to change into bright white lights that are turning on, and you see this massive arena before you, and it's tough to make out specific humanoid figures there. It's almost as if they're moving and blurred as you see them, but you can see that there is some type of arena down below with a huge massive crowd, and you're all looking down below, and you can see this huge this battle going on between, it looks like maybe a bunch of these humanoid figures, again, that you can't make out, they're very blurry, but then you see Tita down there. Tita, you see yourself from afar.
Okay.
And you are just knocking, like there's these large pillars that are moving up and down in this stadium, in this arena, and they're leaping. Tita and these other entities are leaping from one to the other, and each time someone lands on one, that one goes down about 5 feet, and then as they leap off of it, it comes back up, and if they start to just move up and down as they're leaping around, knocking each other off. And then as that happens, you all just kind of, the two of you pop back to the bright green lights, and just back to the party, and you're dancing. You see Kubrick and Modi there dancing as well, but you kind of almost like mind linked share this thought and like look at each other like, What just happened? You're also pretty drunk, both of you. So
No, exactly. I don't know that T2 would say anything because he's like, did that happen? Am I too drunk? Was that just the drugs? Like, well, I'm just gonna not even mention anything about that right now. Like,
but the weird fact that we're looking at each other, that's why I'm just, Emmy would probably just be like,
I'm gonna like look at my little like thing of the tabs and just be like, and then put them back in my pouch and just start dancing again.
I believe every time that you have taken one of those, the recipient or the person who eats it rolls a 6 so far every single time.
Oh, the other time that I did roll a 6.
Yeah, and you get to see a slight glimpse into the future.
I did.
Whoa.
So yeah, you guys have a fantastic rest of your evening, dancing, drinking. I don't know how you guys get home, but
neither do they.
Yeah, I would say probably how's Deambra's constitution? I feel like she'd probably be the one kind of holding down the fort, getting you guys back to the place before she leaves. Yeah, she's probably holding down the fort. She's kind of like everyone's stumbling on top of each other, and she's like trying to guide, but she's also drunk, so it takes you some time. But yeah, now as you are all making your way back and continuing your fun at the bar, Zanesi, Zaxa, and Minerva have left. Please let me know what you are all doing.
Well, I was gonna go talk to Gurkis and get everyone's commissions underway, but what do you two want to do?
Well, I still have to get a couple more things for that cannon, so not really sure where to get them. I might follow you to Gurkis's because maybe he would have an idea. I'm sure he doesn't want to talk to me, but
I can do the talking.
All right. Well, I'm looking for arcade dust.
Okay.
Maybe he knows where it is. I know maybe some blacksmiths have it. It's
Yeah, no, we can start with him.
All right. Doxa, any preference, or did you just want to get out of there?
Do I know what arcade dust is?
Make an Arcana check. See if you picked it up along the way, as it is something that you would not have known about from Vidalk, but so far in your travels, you probably would.
Damn it. That was, it was a natural 20, but it was off kilter, so I have to roll again. That is in 12 plus 6.
Oh, okay. Yes, this is something that now that you've been traveling with these folks, and you're not just on your planet where there's basic technology but nothing magical.
Mm-hmm.
You've learned that a lot of structures, to keep them structurally sound and more like stronger, utilize this dust. A lot of items built to have magical ability also utilize this dust. Essentially what it does is it harnesses and holds the magical essence that's enchanted into it. It holds it aloft essentially and keeps its power within the item it's created.
Interesting.
So it's something that's very important when crafting magical items to have available.
Interesting. I have no desire to go anywhere. I just did not want to go there anymore.
Well, after Gurkis's, I was actually planning on going to the library. I know that you wanted to go there a little while ago.
Say no more. I'm with you.
Okay. So the three of you make your way to Gurkis's shop then. All right, so I'm assuming you are taking the Nadavalier Market down the staircases to his shop.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, at this point in the evening, as the sun, well, the sun again doesn't really set here, but as the evening progresses, as you're walking through Nadavalier Market, you can see that some of the shops are beginning to close down and whatnot. But you make your way through nonetheless and follow the staircases down to all of the blacksmith shops. And it doesn't take too long to find Garkus's. He's one of the more prominent blacksmiths on Isgard, and it's pretty easy to find his shop. It's a little flashy and whatnot. But yeah, you can head to the door, and it's quite the large door.
I know where his shop is. That's where we sold the mithril.
Right, but you didn't actually go to the shop. You gave it to like a salesperson outside who transported it to the shop via magical device. No.
Oh, okay.
Gurkha's shop is below the Davalier Market. You were in the Davalier Market talking to salespeople.
Oh, well.
At like little huts and stands and stuff. I think like when you go to the mall, in the center of the mall hallway, they have like those little, carts and stuff trying to sell ridiculous things that no one needs.
Okay.
But yeah. So you make your way down there, and this door, massive door, keep in mind he's a giant. So
makes sense.
Huge door, 25 feet tall, possibly even taller. And yeah, you make your way there.
Nice.
I will let you do what you'd like at this point.
I'll open the door, I guess.
And I won't.
Good luck reaching the handle.
I can't just okay, all right. All right, then I guess I'll just knock. Really
I'm messing because he has two handles built in. There's one for larger folk like himself, and then there's one for smaller folk, because there are plenty of small folk who want supplies and product from him. So yes.
Fantastic.
The three of you head inside. Mm-hmm. And when you get inside, it's hot in here. It's probably close to 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And you can see Gurkus, huge. And you guys are like the size of maybe his foot, or
nice.
Because you're maybe at the most 6 feet. He's like 25-ish or so feet tall. So yeah, he's good size larger than you guys. And he's just hammering away at the anvil. It looks like he's working on some type of large metallic item. It doesn't seem to notice you enter.
Gurkus!
Oh, number 6. How are you?
I am good. Talk to your son.
As did I.
Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming that we're going to be helping him out with his issue.
Mm-hmm. Which means I need to commission some items for all of you, huh?
Exactly.
I like how I got pulled into this.
Well, honestly, you were probably what sold us on taking the deal, so...
Glad I could help.
Mm-hmm.
So, he says you're going to have a list. What do you got for me?
Yep, I just I feel like I was writing the list on a napkin.
Oh,
so I just
absolutely.
give him the napkin.
It's for him tiny, and he kind of reaches down and just picks up this tiny. He's like, "You expect me to read this? Not only is it tiny, your handwriting is not fantastic." And he
don't you have a magnifying glass or something?
I suppose. And he kind of shifts from his area, starts to move, and he's like, I'll be back. And he heads into his house for a second.
Oh, I should probably, to the GM, I should probably tell you what Minerva wants that is on that list.
Oh, yes. What would Minerva like?
Yeah, honestly, she just wants her armor upgraded. But can I, is there anything that would give me, a +2 or a +3?
You're level 6. All right. Calm yourself.
Listen. I've got ambitions.
You can certainly ask.
All right. I'll inquire about +2 then.
It takes a few minutes, but coming back a little while later, you see him. He's kind of pushing this cart with a structure, and it's got a big light with a magnifying glass on it and whatnot. And he kind of wheels it out. He's like, luckily my wife wasn't working on anything. And he kind of tilts it down and begins to look at the message on here. And he's like, all right, so I got armor for you. But who's this Emmy person? What is she getting?
She would like brass knuckles.
can do that. Yeah. Okay. What else? We got what is this? A pipe?
An unbreakable pipe, like smoke.
Okay.
I just took orders. All right.
Yeah, I think it's metal. It's not gonna break. I could definitely do that. It's intricate design. Um, I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
What else?
I've got this rapier. It's upgraded, enchanted, whatever.
Picks it up. He's like, yeah. This is that Weasley fellow with the hat, right?
So you've met him.
Yeah, I did. He pulled it on me. I just laughed at him.
Well.
Yeah, I can upgrade it. I can upgrade it.
All right. And then got another armor upgrade for you. That one's Modi's.
I don't know who that is, but fine. Anything else?
Foxer, are you sure you don't want anything?
I don't believe there's anything he can make that I could use.
Zin, what did you end up getting?
Armor that we talked about last episode.
Getting the +1 armor for you as well. All right. Cool. Zaxa, no, nothing.
Gorkus, is there any way that you could make like a piece of metallic jewelry and enchant that with some kind of protection for this squishy fellow?
I think I can do that. What do you want? Just like a basic pendant? And as he says that, he kind of looks over and sees Zin just sitting there kind of quiet. And he's like, you, next time you get back here, you're building me a new wall.
Got it.
All right, well, it's going to take me a bit of time, but figured.
That's actually not all. There's another thing we need to talk about.
Oh, what?
2 things, actually. One of them, do you know where we could get arcade dust?
Yeah, I got it here.
Oh,
I can go get some from my wife.
Okay, that solves that. The other thing.
It's expensive, though.
We'll talk about that when you have it for us. The other thing, we need a drill, a large drill that you could attach to a ship.
All right.
Could you make that?
Probably could. I don't really specialize in drills per se, but
But you are a great blacksmith.
I am, in my opinion, best on in the Davalier. But it's gonna there's something that large might take a little bit of time.
Well, that's why we're letting you know now. We have a little bit of time before we need to pick it up.
Very good. Yeah, we need to see the ship, get the specs of it, figure out how much power it has. What are you working with?
I turned to Zin for that. I don't know anything about tech.
Well, oh Lord, what is it? It's a gun issued ship. So it's yours is gun 792, but that's just its number. So it's a gun ship essentially. We have a gun ship. Not much.
The G36 explosive space modulator. Anyone get the reference? No? Okay, never mind. I'll sit quietly over here.
This isn't the first time, Zaxa. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be tough to mount a drill on that thing. That doesn't give off a lot of power. That's more for, damaging enemy ships. I'll see what I can do, but I can't promise anything, especially if what are you trying to get through?
Ice.
A lot of ice.
Ice might be easier than rock, but
We'd probably have to enchant it with some kind of heated tip.
Okay. Whatever you have to do.
I'll have to talk to my. I can't promise anything right now, but I'll talk to my wife and see what I can do.
Sounds good.
Let me go get that. How much of that dust do you need?
How much does she need?
It's up to you, Zin. How much do you think you need? This is a big project.
It is.
You could probably also explain it to him, and he might be able to give you an estimate if you're not sure.
All right. Well, so I'm trying to make a cannon that can stun other ships and shut them down. I'm not sure how much I would need to power something like that, but.
All right. It's an interesting invention. I like the thought. Hopefully it works out for you. Something like that. Now, how big are you making this cannon? What ship are you trying to put it on? The gun?
No. It's a smaller kind of pod.
All right. I'd say probably 500 credits worth would do well for that.
All right.
You got that?
Yeah. I'll just hand him over my chip.
Very well. He runs it through, and you can remove 500 credits. And he's like, I'll be right back with that for you then. And he heads off again. Anything you would like to do in the meantime?
I am just going to sit there quietly because I hate here.
I'm going to look at Zoxa and say, you're welcome.
For what?
I just got you a protection pendant. You need it.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah. And for saving you from Emmy.
Thank you for that.
Well, I'm not sure if, I know that one kind of made it sound like we'd be just getting this stuff, but if Gurkha's asked for a payment, I can take care of that with the money we just got from the other job, so.
Well, that's good, seeing as I don't have any money.
Well, good thing I do.
All right. So after a few minutes, he comes back and he has a small metallic box. He he opens it up, tilts it your way, and of course, he's huge. So he's got like this tiny little box in his hand, and he kind of just try to hold it while he shows you. It's just a small box filled with this sparkly rainbow-like dust or powder. Closes it back up, hands it over. Should be enough for you there to get what you need done. I am here right above where you are all staying, so feel free to pop up. Just don't blast any more holes into my house.
You got it.
Can I do anything else for you right now?
What do we owe you for all this stuff?
This is my son's negotiation. The items I'm designing for you, no cost. However, that drill, if I do get it working and build it for you, it's going to be on the more expensive side. It's going to require a lot of the dust, and it's a big project in and of itself. So.
All right. Well, just let me know.
I will. Again, it's nice to see you, number 6. And then he kind of nods to the other two. And he just gets back to what he was working on.
I am going to turn around and leave.
Okay. So you head out. Zoxa, Minerva, you too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys head out. Next on the list, was it you're all going to the library, or is it just Zoxa and Minerva?
I do not want to be in there by myself.
Valid.
What, in the lair? In the lair?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, with one, because you know.
I'll tag along.
All right, so the three of you make your way to the library. At this point, the stumbling others, the bar is going to be closing soon, as it is not a party night. What are you up to at the moment? It seems like it's kind of calming down there a bit.
I want to know what I'm holding.
I would say, let me roll real quick because you have a multitude of things on your person you could be holding at the moment.
Great.
Yeah, good. Oh, of course. All right, so you have that bottle of booze that you were going to bring home. It is now half empty.
No.
It is. It
How
is.
did that happen?
And your other hand is that blue, that like aqua colored sword. You're like swinging it around over your head while you're drinking from the bottle.
Yeah. I want to know what that is.
The sword?
Why is it glowing? Am I that drunk or is it glowing?
I would say it is not actually glowing. It does have like
shimmering. I'm sorry.
It's got like a slight shimmer. To your eyes, your drunken eyes, it could be glowing. But as you're holding it and kind of swinging it around, you hear, can you stop swinging me around?
Say what?
I'm getting a little nauseous with you just kind of like swinging me around.
Can I hear this? Am I close?
No, you can't hear it. You can't.
I'm like, really? Nobody.
Do I see her though, like talking into it? I'm like,
You do see her talking into it, but you can't hear the sword isn't making any noise.
So I'm just looking like, what do you do?
This thing is talking. Nobody hears this. And I'm almost like
Modi and Cooper kind of look at you like you're crazy.
Nobody understands me. But what about nobody knows about the staff that I'm holding?
I would say the staff, you probably either leaned it up against a chair or it's tied to your back or something at this point. Like it's just kind of it's large, it's long. It's not like you're just I guess you could be carrying it around, or maybe you left that behind in the lair because it was so large. Up to you.
I don't know why. I feel like she would probably be dumb enough to be carrying around both things. She's excited about it.
You got the staff like tucked under your arm. You're trying to hold that and the booze bottle while you're swinging the sword around. But the sword is like it just it spoke to you twice, but that's it so far. You're just kind of looking at it now.
I'm gonna just who's closest to me?
Can I? If
I would say Tita's probably right there.
I'm gonna look and I'm gonna say, I don't know what it is that you gave me before, my friend, but I swear this is talking to me.
I am talking to you. Yes.
Wait, I still don't hear it.
Nope.
All right, so then can I? I'm gonna can I inspect it? Like I want to look at it close because.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You take a little peek at it. Sure.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't see anything. It's
got like this. It's got this beautiful aqua blade that kind of shimmers a bit. Kind of like a coppery filigree in the handle. That's really
That's it.
Looks like a shiny sword.
Emmy, are you okay?
I don't know.
I mean, this sword's pretty far out, but it's certainly not talking.
I would say that this was a very fine night, in my opinion. We have had you jumping on weird columns with frogs, and now this sword is talking to me. I do not know what's happening. I'd really love it if somebody could tell me what's going on.
I assure you that you're not going crazy. I am, in fact, talking to you.
I'm just gonna like creep off into the corner then, like a weirdo. I don't know what's happening.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Do you have a name?
Yes, it's Flash Freeze.
Flash Freeze. Very nice to meet you.
And from what I hear, your name is Emmy?
Well, you're very smart for a sword.
Thank you.
You might be smarter than me. I don't know if this is a good marriage or a bad marriage.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Is that based on me or you?
Oh, that would be based on you for sure. You would need to attune to me to find out.
That's a shame.
I promise the power I would give you. Very good. Very powerful.
This sounds very important. Can we continue this conversation a little bit later, perhaps?
I suppose. Yeah, just don't be swinging me around right now. That would be appreciated.
Everybody's gonna see me like ever so gently try and like tuck this thing in. I don't know what to do with a sword to try.
Yeah, you can you put it back in its sheath. Sure, yeah.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna try and rejoin and say my friend Flash Freeze had to go to sleep.
Flash what?
Yeah, you know it. She's too far gone to have this conversation.
I think I'm just gonna like pat her on the back a little bit and be kind of like just in my head be like, yeah, we obviously drank too much tonight. I'm just gonna pat her on the back and we'll just keep dancing. Like we'll just
And then I'm gonna take the staff and I'm gonna hand it to Tita and I'm gonna say, well then you take this, maybe it'll say something to you.
I will take it. I will take it. I will put my ear up to it. And look at it, and then if I don't hear anything, I'm just gonna do like a little shoulder shrug and hold it.
Yeah, you hear nothing.
Yep, and then I just continue dancing.
Okay. All right. Fun. You'll have some wonderful dance time. Eventually make your way back to the lair. And then the three of you, Zanesi, Zaxa, and Minerva, you make your way to the library. Okay. On your way there, you get to the massive marble steps and start making your way up to the top. You can see a few of the library attendants that are there. There's one that is kind of standing on the outside, and it seems to be they've got their back to you and they're kind of at the main doors. It looks like they're doing something, but you can't really make out what it is from this angle. But yeah, you can make your way up the steps. Zin, I think you'd have to use the hover feature of your wheelchair. You just kind of, the thing lifts up, its wheels fold in, lift up. You kind of hover up the steps. And yeah, you can make your way to the top platform there. Someone is clearly doing something at the doors.
Are the doors like closed?
The doors are closed, yeah.
Okay. Have I ever been to the library before?
I would say that probably once or twice you have, only because with your past work experience, you may have had to do like a little bit of research to locate some of the items for certain clients. So you've been here, I'm sure. You've probably done a little research, but definitely not well traversed for sure.
So like, do I know if you have to like, ask the attendant to be able to go in?
You don't have to.
Okay, then I'm just gonna open the door and go in.
Yeah, so as you get up there close enough, you can see that the attendant is actually locking the door. It is an ASMR female. She has short cropped blonde hair. And she's got her library robes, like priestly robes on.
Wait, has she turned to us yet?
As you're walking up, you just see her kind of locking the door. She's kind of pulling the key out as you approach.
Can I Can I use disguise self to make me look like someone who works at the library? Like I see her
Oh.
uniform and I want that.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Split second. I will say, no, she's got her back to you, so she wouldn't notice. So yeah, you could definitely. I would say Zoxa and Zin definitely notice you do that
Yeah,
immediately.
she
Look
just
over
like she just like snaps her fingers and she looks different. She library uniform, human looking.
human looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay, no. Well, I mean, like, so like in
I
my,
was gonna say, do you even know what a human looks like?
I feel like I've seen humans. Okay, ASMR looking. ASMR are just pretty humans, but yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, so
ASMR then.
she turns and she notices you walking up with the other two, and she kind of like bows her head a little bit. But then she kind of looks at you with a slight confusion.
Sorry to bother you. I mistakenly left something in the library. I was just gonna go grab it. I can lock up when you're done.
I don't believe I've seen you around before. What is your name?
Cheese it!
Sorry. I just got hired a couple days ago. Maybe we haven't met. My name is Ara.
Oh, all right. Make a deception check, please.
All right. Oh. Okay. All right. Okay. That's 16 plus 0, but 16.
Well, the magistrate has already left for the day and has asked that I close up, so I would appreciate it if you would allow me to do so. If you have your own key, you're more than welcome to enter on your own accord. And she begins to walk away.
Oh, fuck.
Sorry, I rolled pretty high on.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Okay. All right. I just say very quickly to Zoxa and Zin, do any of you know how to pick a lock?
I just gotta look at Minerva and like, really? You're gonna ask that of me?
You're smart. I don't know.
I do have thieves tools, so yes.
Fantastic.
I would
All right.
so, but I'm not 100% sure.
Well, try it. Can you give it a try very quickly? Because I have an impulsive idea and I don't want to do it, but give it a shot, please.
You want me while she's right here?
Well, after. I was assuming that like she turned her back and is like walking away.
You are muted.
She has already started to walk away. Yeah.
Cool. So I was like, I'm not going to do that right in front of her and try and break into where she works. All right. What do I need
As you're picking up, thanks for your help.
All right. How do I do this? I've never done this before.
So you're going to try to pick the lock. You have thieves' tools?
Yes.
Okay. So you are going to make, I will say, a dexterity check.
Oh boy.
So you're going to use your dexterity bonus and your proficiency bonus for thieves' tools.
Oh, I don't think it's going to matter. I just rolled a 2. 2 plus 2. Efficiency bonus. Not a lot. So that's 7.
So yeah, you're there for a little bit, and you're getting in. You're trying to. You can hear the tumblers clicking and moving into place, but there's one that's just eluding you, and you can't quite get that one, no matter how hard you try. Your tools are fine; they don't break or anything. But after like 20 minutes of trying to pick at this lock, you just give up in frustration. You don't know if it's because your mind isn't back to where it needs to be fully, or if you just, it's been so long since you've picked a lock. You're just having no success, unfortunately.
So she'll kind of like slump and drop her things in her lap, and then I'm sorry.
No, It's okay. You tried. Well, we're leaving. We're leaving first thing tomorrow. Okay. You know what? I really need I really need information on something. But I guess I'm saying I don't want anyone to be able to testify against me. Do you mind leaving?
What?
What is it that you need to know? It's so important. Let me ask him.
It's something that Azaziel told me to find. And I'm worried that I'm not going to have another chance to if we leave, because I don't know when we'll be back and when we'll have a library again. And I don't really know where else to turn to try and find information.
Did you say anything about the book before?
I think I asked Vonisa about it, but I think that was it.
Okay.
So, but you heard from Azaziel?
Yeah, a couple days ago, a week ago. I don't know. He needs me to find something called the Tome of the Evernight. If I'm gonna find that, it's either gonna be with other books or I can find a book about that book.
I don't think she would know about that.
You use in? No, you don't.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but well, what are we supposed to do now?
Well,
Sounds like
honestly,
Minerva wants to break into the library.
Does sound like Minerva wants to break into the library.
what time does the library open in the morning? Like, could I go early before we leave?
Yeah, it opens at sunrise, so depends on how early you're trying to leave.
Okay. Well, probably not at the crack of dawn.
Sunrise, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Quick question. Could I assume that a library wouldn't necessarily have, say, alarms or guards?
Make an intelligence check, Zaxa.
I will do that, in fact, because that is my favorite thing to make. Oh, that is a 19 plus 3.
Yeah. You would think that there would be some sort of protection for the library. It's not going to be completely unguarded. It houses great knowledges and whatnot. There's definitely some sort of protection. You don't know what. Even with that role, there could be magical wards. There could just be people protecting it on the inside. You don't know for sure, but you know there's most likely some sort of protections on the library.
Okay.
Besides its lock.
I don't like that. However, I don't have another plan, so instead of using this one's usual method of blasting through things, I might have a more subtle approach.
Well, okay. I guess the other thing is, like, I guess we could just come really early in the morning before we have to leave. And honestly, as fun as breaking into the library kind of sounds, if we get thrown in jail, that kind of messes up our other problems.
Are there windows in this library, like near the door?
There are large stained glass windows, but there are none at your height level. They're up higher.
The door does not have any windows in it.
No, it's a large stone door, like a double door.
Well, that's a shame.
And then it's a large stone and marble building with large pillars and staircases and all kinds of stuff. It's an elaborate building.
Hmm. Well, that plan doesn't work then.
Oh, you wanted to be able to see in so you could Misty Step.
Yeah, of course. Just Misty step to the other side of the door and unlock it.
The stained glass windows are about 20 feet up. It's not super high.
Yes, but an acrobatics roll would not really be my kind of thing.
If I were to like give him a boost, could he get advantage?
Whoa, wait, no. This is stupid. Zanesi, your thing hovers.
Yes, but not very far. However, I don't. Well, okay, so the thing is, I could fly over there, but I don't know if it's worth it.
What?
Well, I can have wings for a little bit if we need it, but I don't know if this is worth it. And again, do we really need to get in the library right now?
What do you mean by you can have wings?
So Minerva has her face thing, right? That's her thing. My
I'm not
thing
quite
is-
sure what that means, but sure.
The thing I did in the shark, the exploding radiant light thing.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because I'm a different kind of ASMR, I don't get that I can have wings for like a minute. I'm not sure if I'd be able to carry you though.
Probably not,
I think
but-
you'd be surprised.
But do you want to try it, Zanesi?
Do we want to do this? I don't know if it's worth it.
Well,
also I'm not sure if I'd be very stealthy if I did that.
Well, I have something that can help us with stealth, but the other benefit maybe about just coming back in the morning would be I can ask someone if they know anything about this book that I'm looking for, because I have no idea where it is or even where to start looking for it.
That's a good point.
Ooh. Do I know who Azazel is?
I think I mentioned him like in one of the early sessions.
Yeah, I would say that Minerva's definitely mentioned who Azazel is to you.
Great, cool. So I don't know that we should bring up to strangers a book by the name of Tome of the Evernight and the fact that we're looking for it.
Why not? I mean,
That sounds like a thing that would bring on unwanted attention.
yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Don't people in libraries just sort of keep and look after knowledge? Like, are you suspecting a librarian to take that knowledge and turn it against us? I mean, I don't know. I thought. I think
Never underestimate keepers of knowledge.
After all, this is the DM. Azazel is a keeper of knowledge. And how much do you trust him right now, Minerva?
like -12.
Why do you want to so bad anyway then?
-12, she said.
So, are you breaking into the library?
Zoxa, do you genuinely believe that it's a bad idea for me to ask someone who works in the library about this book?
Well, I don't have extensive knowledge of this planet nor this library, so I wouldn't be able to tell you.
How bad could it be?
I don't know.
It is called the Tome of the Evernight. That sounds pretty bad.
Well,
Yeah.
Azaziel kind of mentioned that I think something else is looking for it, or something is going to come get it once I have it. I don't know. It was really unclear. It was really unclear. But
I will be honest with you, that makes it sound worse.
probably.
Also does not sound like something that we could find easily.
So that's why I was
Also-
asking someone.
I mean,
Do you have any more information about this item?
No. But maybe someone else would.
oh,
I mean, it's a long shot, and I mean,
you can't just start something like that and then stop.
I'm trying to think it through. I'm trying to think it through because it's a bit of a long shot. Because I mean, who I have in mind is not the Solar of knowledge, but I have talked to another Solar before. I'll show you what I mean.
Okay.
She's gonna start walking towards Sadkiel's manor.
Okay. So the three of you are going to head there?
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. So as the three of you make your way to Sadkiel's manor, and the rest of the party makes their way back to the lair, stumbling and, leaning on each other, I think that's where we're going to end for the evening. So yeah, that we'll end right there, and we'll kind of pick back up as you're heading over to Sadkiel's manor. I was excited to see what happened if you broke into the library, but now you're going to Sadkiel's manor. This could be even better. Oh man,
I was kind of excited about breaking into a library.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
I was also excited about it, but I think Minerva has too much of an impulse control to do, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then we got what Emmy's talking to her sword now, so that's interesting.
Great.
That'll be amazing when we find that out.
All right, fantastic. Well, you guys have some items being commissioned. You've had a great night on the town, and we're about to get into a little bit of trouble, but we'll pick that back up next week. Next week, we are going to be doing 7:15 to 10:15, and then after that, we may be switching it up to Saturdays. We will for sure let you know ahead of time, but let us know if that sounds better to you instead of a Monday night when everyone has to go to work the next morning. Okay, so see you next week.